Yeah, and just for clarity, because we obviously didn't know he wasn't going to be here, this was our policy in our last, in the primary forum as well. We had several people who weren't able to show, and we told them that they had to be able to participate. And I know certain candidates tonight had made cancellations to be here, so sorry about that, but we do need to remain consistent. So, understood.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, Keith, the floor is yours. So I'm sorry, I had a whole list of questions, and you know.
I feel lonely. I'm Keith Ellis. I'm running for chairman. I, of course, appreciate your vote. I really am excited about the opportunity to serve as chairman, and I look forward to that opportunity to take office in January. We're working extremely hard. We're trying to include everybody in our campaign. We're going out throughout the county. We've been on every end of the county. We're trying to get everybody's vote now and also support later on when we take office. I'm excited about the opportunity. I think that I'm a consensus builder, and I'm looking forward to being able to move this county forward. We want to build a better Newton County. All of us do, and I'm excited about leading that. I want to be the face of Newton County, and I'm excited about having that role.
Okay, well, there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I go down?
You can go down. I mean, that's the way this works.
Okay.
Now, yeah. Have at it.
How about it?
You're fine. Just in fairness and transparency, Mr. Johnson's opponent, Mr. Corley, could not make it, and we came at the beginning, and Mr. Johnson said, well, I'll do my 4 minutes, but I also want to answer the questions that you had sent me and prepared. But we talked earlier, our position was that that's not necessarily fair. Because your opponent doesn't have opportunity and you don't have opportunity to respond to your opponent's positions. At your discretion, we'll be happy to answer questions. If not, you're free to step down.
You mean you ask me questions?
Yes.
I'll feel comfortable. Go ahead. Let's do it if you want to.
Okay.
All right.
Again, it's your decision.
Yeah.
But it is, do understand the fact that if your opponent can't respond.
No, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm excited about the opportunity to be in front of the people here. This is the cheapest way to campaign. We're broke right now. We need to get the word out there.
Understood. All right. Well, for time's sake and for simplicity, I'll trim mine to just one.
Okay.
As you are aware, the current Board of Commissioners did not support an increase of funds for the purposes of economic development in the county. What are your views on their position and why?
Hunter, it's a difficult question because I'm sure they got together as a family and they decided what the right amount was for economic development. All of us are in favor of it. We know what's been done with Baxter. We know what's coming up. We know that they're looking at lots of companies coming to Newton County. We're going to give the fair share to the chamber. We want to provide them with the resources that they need. Now, what is that number? I'm not sure what that number is, but certainly the new board is going to look at that, I believe, in January, and they're going to have an opportunity to reevaluate, and maybe there'll be some funds for economic development. We also, unfortunately, we're beginning to lose employees for our public safety, and they're going to other jurisdictions. We've got a lot of people who are well trained by Newton County, and unfortunately, we're losing them to better paying jobs. There's a lot of things, library fund. All those are going to be things. There's only one bucket, and that bucket only has so much money in it. So we're going to be fair about it. We're going to give your group all that they need. I promise you, if they need to fly to Chicago to talk to a company, we're going to make sure those resources are there. And I can promise you, as chairman, I'm going to lobby hard for the chamber. I'm going to lobby hard for the library fund. Everybody's going to get their fair share. So we'll do our best, and I'm looking forward to leading the county in that way.
Thank you.
Keith, in its spring term presentments, Newton County Grand Jury recommended the Public Works Department be placed under the county manager. Regardless of your personal experience in managed road construction projects, does it make sense for an elected official to be head of one specific agency, particularly one such as construction that is not included in general business management training? Why or why not?
I'm pretty sure that right now those county employees are looking for some kind of leadership, whether it's from the chairman or not. I think the roads have been somewhat left alone for the last few years because of economics, certainly. Leadership is important for any group. Right now, if you look at the chart, that's the only thing that's under the direction of the chairman.
Right.
And about a year ago, when the current board decided to do that by a 3-2 vote, I think they had many reasons, and I was not involved in the inner circle, so I can't explain why they did what they did. I've heard a lot of people say they didn't really agree with the way it was done. They like the idea of a county manager, and by the way, so do I. I think the finances certainly need to be under the county manager's supervision, because if he's managing the budget for the entire county with the exception of that one department, why not slide that to him too? That's my personal preference. I don't have a vote. As you know, the chairman doesn't vote unless there is a tie in any event. I think the Public Works Department probably has good supervision on the job. An administrative supervisor might be something that's necessary. I believe that the current chairman has talked about hiring one of those before her tenure. I don't know. I'm not on the inside. Those were rumors, and we'll have to see how that plays out in front of the current board.
So that leads me to kind of my next question. I mean, the county chairman, the last time we checked, made $89,000 a year, which is more than the county manager makes, which is $82,000 per year. However, the recent changes in structure have made it clear that the county manager is the day-to-day head of the county and no longer shares these responsibilities with the elected chair. You have said that you believe the role of chairman should be a full-time position and it deserves a full-time salary. Please justify why you believe the reduction in responsibility does not correspond with a reduction in compensation.
I appreciate you telling me what it paid.
Are you still glad you sat up here?
No, I'm perfectly fine. I really didn't. I don't know what it pays, if that's correct. I would say that the current chairman's job has got to be a transition. It has to be the face for Newton County. It not only does the meetings, 2 Tuesdays and a couple of work sessions, but I think it's even more important for the chairman to be the face for Newton County, to lead a delegation to Atlanta, to get the legislative workers. Maybe we need to bring home some bounty from there. I think the chairman has to be someone who can step back and look at the entire county system. And even though maybe the chairman doesn't have a vote, they certainly have a lot of influence. And the influence sometimes is included in setting the agendas, although the commissioners can override that. We have a lot of things that the county chairman needs to be doing and should have been doing before, as well as trying to build bridges to the entities that are around the city, the towns. Even now that we're more of a regional group because of Baxter, across the county lines, to find a way to transition and pull together this whole region and make it a better place for everybody. Now, I'm most concerned about Newton County, obviously. I love Newton County, and that's why I'm doing this. But by the same token, that chairman has got to show some strength and courage and some leadership. Got to have a good vision, and also we're using the taxpayers' money. We want everything that comes out of that bucket to be accounted for and used wisely.
So back to my original question, because you didn't quite get there. So
do I have 3 more minutes?
you have
Okay.
as much time as you want. So
Okay.
on this one, do you think it needs to be looked at reduction-wise? And I'll ask us the second part of this question, which is, do you think that the full-time county manager position also needs to be looked at to bring it up to a more commiserate level for counties our size? Put it this way, there's a bucket right now of, let's just say, $170,000, $180,000 that these two positions are paid at. Right now, it's almost evenly split, with the chairman making slightly more. Now, that's kind of out of balance according to some surveys that we've looked at. Are you willing to take a look at that, raising the county manager's position and potentially lowering the full-time chair's position?
So you're asking me, will I take a pay cut? Well, to be honest with you, I think that there's probably some state mandates as how that salary schedule is set. I don't know that that's the right answer. Also, I would defer to the board because once the family gets together, whoever gets elected after January 1st,
Sure.
they're probably going to take a look at things. Probably out of order for me to really answer that question in front of the public and the cameras here. It might destroy a relationship for later. But let me say this. There's not anybody that's going to work any more diligently for Newton County, and we're going to do all we can. When they decide what I get paid, then I'll know what my check is.
All right, so I'll take that to mean you're not going to go there. So you're looking forward to that.
I'm not a
check.
good politician yet.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.